From Mamma Mia, welcome to The Spill, your daily pop culture fix. I'm Laura Brodnick.
And I'm Em Burnham.
And coming up on the show today, Victoria Beckham has released the trailer for her new documentary series. And it's come at a perfect yet scandalous time. So we're going to get into that. Plus a feud. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to call it that, but yeah, it is a feud. A feud from the early 2000s has reared its ugly head again.
Mm-hmm.
But first,
I have to make an apology.
Oh.
For my voice.
It
is sorry, a little BTS moment here on The Spill. My voice is slowly going. I don't really sound like this, and I know people are going to be mad because people don't like my voice. When it's good,
I've literally never heard anyone say that.
I've seen a few.
Okay.
I've seen a few angry people, so I'm just putting it out there. My voice hurts. We've been doing a lot of work stuff that includes a lot of speaking.
So Em can't even look at me at the moment because we've spent the last 4 or 5 days together.
And by together I don't even mean like going home. Like we've been staying in hotels together.
Yep.
We've been having all 3 meals together.
We've been running through airports, nearly missing our flights together, driving cars on dangerous roads.
Tomorrow's our first day in like 3 weeks where we're not going to be together.
Are you going to miss me? I'll call you.
I think it will feel weird.
It'll feel weird. I'll call you.
But anyway, in case you missed it, The Summer I Turned Pretty last episode, series finale, season 3 aired yesterday. We have a lot of thoughts. We're not going to go into them now because we are doing a brutally honest review tomorrow.
Yes, guys, strap in for that. It's going to be huge. She's got so many thoughts to say about this finale.
And we actually haven't talked about the last episode.
We're saving it for the pod.
Yeah.
Also, your body is like shaking in like anger and anticipation
when I say
about this.
Brutally honest, I'm saying 80% brutal, 20% honest.
I'm going to end up defending those poor Fisher boys, aren't I, from you tyrant.
It'll be good, guys. It'll be good. I promise
good.
I won't be too angry. But anyway, the last episode aired yesterday. If you watched the last episode, there was a beautiful letter at the end of the episode by Jenny Han, who wrote the show, was a big producer on the show, and she also wrote the Summer I Turned Pretty books that the show was based on. She's a well-known name in Hollywood. And they displayed this letter from her just thanking the fans for being on Belly's journey, saying that this series made so much to her and the story meant so much to her. And then she said a part in the letter, maybe we will meet again one summer in Cousins.
Yeah.
After that episode aired, there was a few hours of all of us gossiping, going, oh my God, what a great end to a lovely story.
Really? Were people saying that? That's all a very different vibe.
God, I need to find your friends. And then we get a post, an announcement, if you will, from Prime Video saying that the Summer I Turn Pretty story is going to continue and they're in works on a movie that Jenny Han is also going to be writing for. I am not happy.
Oh, you're not happy? Okay.
No.
Explain to me why.
I was done with it. I prepared myself. I prepared my body. I prepared my mind for this to be the final element of the Summer I Turned Pretty story for Belly's story. And they already pushed it, right? Like, I think it was 2 episodes after the original story finished.
Yes.
So they'd already given us like a little bit extra, and now they're giving us a lot extra. And the thing is, I had such certain theories about the final episode that I want to get into the brutally honest review, so I don't want to spoil it now.
Yes.
That I feel like they're all just going to be going in the bin now that there's a movie coming out.
Yes, I understand why you're a bit upset. I think the timing of it is interesting that they didn't announce it until after the finale had aired because they wanted all eyes on the finale. And unlike And Just Like That, it does feel like this was all planned out. It wasn't like a slapdash decision to make it that way. They wanted people to go into the finale feeling like it was this huge worldwide moment, which it felt like, and then have the movie be like a little extra delight at the end. I'll just say this about Jenny Han. I've interviewed that woman before twice, and she is not, you interview some authors and they're just very like in the world with their characters, and she's that, but she's a bit like Shonda Rhimes in that she's also like a master like content creator, world builder, publicist. Like she's a bit of publicist in her, where she was like, we have this worldwide moment. This doesn't come along very often. Like once in a generation you have people get invested in a love triangle like this. We can't end it at season 3. So that's why the movie's coming out. This is why she's stretched the book. This is why they're doing these different press tours. This is why there's all these Easter eggs built in. This is why particular songs are used. It's about building this big universe away from
But don't you
just the
feel
books.
like that now they're just like wringing out a dry rag? Is that a saying?
No, yeah,
Did I just
it
make
is.
that up?
It is. No, no, that's a correct saying. Yeah, because you bring out a dry rag, nothing comes out. No. I can see why you think that. And sometimes when things are coming back, like I'm the first to jump up and down, be angry, be like, there's no need to bring that back. But this does feel like it ended at a moment where you need a movie, because I'm assuming the movie will be about their wedding. And it would have felt too much and too rushed.
This girl does everything. But why does she have to get married twice?
Well, she hasn't been married yet, judgmental.
Oh my God.
She's had a rehearsal dinner, but not a wedding. But I'm assuming this will pick
Her frontal cortex hasn't been developed yet.
Well, that's why they're doing the movie, Emily, because I'm assuming there'll be a 5-year time jump. So she'll be 27. That was really quick maths from me.
Oh my God.
So she'll be 27.
Yeah, a child bride.
Yeah, very much a child bride, but at least she was getting married at 21, so this is slightly better.
That's an infant bride.
Her frontal lobe has formed at this point. So I'm assuming it'll be the wedding. It'll be one of those classic kind of moments where like all these characters have had these huge lives and they all come back together at the cousin's house for this wedding, and drama ensues.
Oh my God. Do you think
because it's
anyone
like,
will
where
go?
are Taylor and Steven? What about Jeremiah and what's her name with the curly hair? Well, we'll get into that tomorrow.
I just know Adam still has those champagne sets.
Yeah.
He's just gonna bring.
Adam brings out the champagne at the wedding and Jeremiah's like, from my wedding? So good. Laurel's there being like, I stopped this once, I'll stop it again. Don't tempt me with a good time. It's the scene is set for huge drama.
Yeah.
Something. And then she'll get to read Susanna's letter, which we never got.
That's true.
Because she didn't open it. There's all these
God.
there were too many little loose ends. It's like it would have been too much to tack their wedding on to the finale, because it would have felt like an afterthought of having this big ending and then just tacking that at the end. Needs a whole movie, Emily.
Well, obviously I'm going to watch it
Obviously.
at least 3 times.
Yeah.
But I'm not happy about it.
Hook that into my veins. Well, at least we've got they haven't even started filming it yet, so we've got at least a year.
Oh, thank God.
So I'll see you back here in a year for a brutally honest review of the Summer I Turned Pretty movie. Okay. I feel like someone at Netflix has been reading my dream journal, because one of my biggest dreams for this year has come true. Not even joking.
Oh,
A new Victoria Beckham documentary is coming our way October 9 on Netflix.
You seem so excited about this.
I am excited.
I know. A lot of people are excited. I did watch it. See, the thing is, it's like
You
I'm
watched
excited.
the original Dave and Victoria Beckham documentary, you mean?
I watched that and I watched a trailer for this new documentary. I'm intrigued by it because she was not my era.
Yes.
So I'm
Okay, we get it. You're young.
I'm
Just
excited.
so you know, the Spice Girls are for everyone.
I'm excited to see
They were only together for 2
why
years.
millennials and Gen X women are like so obsessed with Victoria Beckham, because I just like completely missed her.
Oh, okay. Well, here's your chance to catch up. She's coming back around again.
Is she your favorite Spice Girl?
I can't pick a favorite
I
Spice
feel like
Girl.
you're
I'm not a
most
monster.
like her.
Thank you so much. That's all I'm doing.
What am I most like?
It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
She's the stylish, cool one.
okay. Aren't they all pretty cool?
In different ways.
Who am I?
Okay. Your baby.
Is that bad?
It's not bad. It's just a fact.
Which one's that?
Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
You
Don't
know
look
who
at me
the Spice
like that.
Girls are? Okay, I didn't think we'd have to do this in this segment.
I know Jerry because she's married to Christian Horner.
Okay, weird way to know about. I can't believe okay, guys.
I know Mel C because we interviewed her recently.
Yes, I know the
I know Mel
Spillers
B
know.
because she's in Sydney.
Yes, okay. So you know a few of them. So if the Spillers could just talk amongst themselves for a second while I tell Emily who the Spice Girls are, because our listeners
Oh,
know.
I know I'm going to get bullied now.
So Emma Bunton is Baby Spice.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Okay. I'm so like stressed by this. I can't even
Is
tell
she
you.
Baby Spice because she was the youngest?
No, because when they were all put into this group together, so the Spice Girls all came together as a manufactured pop girl group. They all went to some little weird warehouse somewhere in London and auditioned and went all through these rounds.
Yeah.
It's like what you see on TV shows now, but it wasn't televised. It was just the studio trying to put them together. And once they were put together, they were all kind of given personas that kind of matched who they were by the studio, but it was it was all marketing. So you had like Scary Spice, Sporty Spice, Ginger Spice, Baby Spice, and Posh Spice.
If I walked into a room of executives and they called me Scary Spice, I'd be throwing fists.
I'm going to be really
I'd
honest.
be
There's
real scary
some real
then.
racial undertones happening there that weren't discussed at the time but have been now. But no, Emma Bunton was because she was the blonde, cutesy looking one. And so they would always dress her
nice.
in the little baby doll dresses and the pigtails and the
like
little
a Sabrina
knee socks.
Carpenter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as overly sexualized,
Okay.
but more,
All
as
right.
the cutesy one.
I'll be Emma.
So The documentary, which
has nothing to do with the Spice
But
Girls.
it's not even about the Spice Girls. Can I just say, isn't it wild? The Spice Girls, we still talk about them now. They were only together for barely 2 years.
No.
Like over nearly 30 years ago. Yeah.
Were they actually?
Yeah. But they're just their force on the world and their impact
2 years is
was
nothing.
so huge. I know.
Oh my God.
We'll
that
just close
blew my
that
mind.
before Jerry left the band. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
To get into F1.
No,
Okay.
to go solo.
Got it. I heard she was the best singer.
No, Mel C's the best singer.
Got it. Okay. I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah.
How about
I'm
we
going to
talk about the
lend
trailer?
you my copy of the unauthorized Spice Girls biography that I got at the book fair in, I want to say, 1995.
Who wrote it? Which one?
Not them. It's the
It was written by
unauthorized
David
biography. But also, you should know about Victoria Beckham because she's been famous
I
forever.
know about Victoria Beckham.
Not from this conversation,
But
you don't.
I just didn't know. Like, I didn't get it. You know what I mean?
Well, so this documentary is for you because while the David and Victoria one was like a peek inside like their marriage and their life, so you saw back from like footage from their early days, they talked about that, you saw them in their home now, all that sort of stuff. This one is a bit more centered on Victoria and it's centered very much on her building this fashion label because, Emily, when the Spice Girls broke up, she was known as being like fashionable on like a pop star level, but she wasn't high fashion and she desperately wanted to be in high fashion. So she started the Victoria Beckham brand and the fashion community shunned her. There's even all these reports of like when she was trying to be high fashion, design houses would be like calling their PR agents and saying, why is Victoria wearing our clothes on red carpets? Get her out of them. And they're like, we're not giving them to her. You know how most celebrities, they get dressed by a designer. You either go to a gifting suite, the clothes are sent over. And they'd say, we can't stop her. She's buying them from the shop. Like she's going into shops and buying them.
Why do they hate her so much?
Because she wasn't seen as high fashion. She was seen as, because she went through, and this is a great Victoria Beckham era, she went through like a very tacky fashion phase in like the best way, like hot pants, like, you know, like crop top corsets.
But if she wore that now, everyone would be like, whoa.
Well, potentially, yeah. And that's when she had like a big boob job and she had like the super long blonde hair extensions and like, you know, wearing Uggs out and about, like that kind of really early 2000s vibe. And then she went kind of very chic, high fashion. And when she built her fashion label, it took a long time for it to be successful. And there's all these things about David Beckham having to give her the money. And for a long time, the company was like, she even says it in the trailer when she's like, we were in the red. Like they were just losing money for such a long time. So it's taken her over a decade to be like a credible fashion person. And this is why the documentary is like
She's crying a lot in the trailer.
Yeah, she does cry a lot. She's talking about like, she has always said she got hugely bullied at school. I don't know if that's true or not because she's doing that little bit of that Meghan Markle thing.
Why did every celebrity get bullied at school?
I know.
I got bullied, but I'm not a celebrity.
Look at you now. You're the baby spice of the podcast studio. Well, I mean, she does that Meghan Markle thing where she talks about really being ugly as a kid, but in the documentary, these photos come up and I was like, you look pretty beautiful to be. Yeah. But also, she could have been bullied for many reasons. She's always talked about that. So I feel like it was a huge part of her life. So the documentary is talking a bit about her childhood and her life, about her leaving the Spice Girls. There's that moment where she says in the trailer about what happened.
People thought I was that miserable cow that never smiled. But I do. Don't be shocked. I have never forgotten where I come from. Performing was my dream. The Spice Girls made me accept who I am. And then all of a sudden, it stopped.
And in the lead up to this fashion show, and that's why she's crying, because she's talking about her family not being proud of her and her business not surviving, because it was seen as like, would have been a huge like worldwide public failure if she'd thrown everything into this fashion career and the world had rejected it.
Right. So what like question does everyone want to be answered in this documentary? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's come at such a good time for her because she and David got just this beautiful piece of PR from the first documentary they did together. Do you remember how much everyone like fell in love with them?
People are obsessed.
Everyone forgot about a lot of the crazy cheating scandals and all these things that they were like an estranged couple who just had a business arrangement. Like all of a sudden that just the video of them dancing together and the videos of them like being in their house and everything, all of a sudden people just loved them. So I think it gave them this beautiful positive PR that you really can't buy. It like has to be a moment. And the trailer seems a little bit like that, where David says to her like, we'd be proud of you if you made a cheese sandwich. And she's like, well, I can't make a cheese sandwich.
Same.
I'm like, yeah, facts.
Brooklyn can.
Well, that's the other thing. So I think it's going to be really interesting because obviously they'll have to do a lot of press in the lead up to the documentary coming out in October, but they haven't been in the spotlight since this whole story of the feud with Brooklyn and his wife Nicola Peltz blew up in such a huge way. And you know that there'll be a premiere where all the kids are all dressed in Victoria Beckham ads. And yeah, I think it'll be so telling if Brooklyn and Nicola aren't there. But obviously this production's been in the works for like over a year at least. So it would have been started before the whole feud story blew up. So that's the thing. It's really going to come to a head. Like no one said anything publicly about Brooklyn Beckham being estranged from his family, but I feel like the documentary is going to
address it.
No, I
you'll
think
just
it's going to address it.
You'll be able to
You'll just see it in the PR rollout of it. And I think also it will endear Victoria Beckham to a whole new group of people who she's been taking a bit of a hit in this whole Brooklyn Nicola thing.
Yeah.
People sort of thinking that maybe she's a terrible mother-in-law, that she's overbearing, that she ruined their wedding. Like that's the story. That's the story of why they had the vow renewal, because the allegation is that Victoria Beckham ruined their first wedding. So Brooklyn Nicola went and had a wedding with just her family to kind of erase the first wedding.
Right.
So she took a bit of a hit in that, but I think people are going to watch this documentary and now see this vulnerable side of her. You know how documentaries, like they shape this person into this incredible person. You're seeing the story, so you get very on their side. I think it'll do that.
And Eva Longoria?
Yeah,
Are they friends?
Yeah. Eva Longoria was like leading the charge of welcoming David. When David and Victoria Beckham relocated to LA, she was throwing them parties. All of a sudden, she and Victoria were pictured together all the time, and they've been like really best friends ever since. And Eva Longoria is the one who often like jumps in and like defends them from tabloid rumors and all that sort of stuff.
Oh
so
gosh,
she's
everywhere.
She's front and center in the documentary. She's like, don't say anything about my best friend.
My best friend Victoria.
So yeah, October 9 on Netflix.
Oh my God.
I can't wait for you
Brutally
to
honest
learn.
review.
I can't. Yeah, absolutely, and
Oh
I
my
can't wait
God.
for you to learn who Posh Spice is. Finally. Okay, well, I feel like my Spice Girls Victoria Beckham announcement fell a little flat with you because I didn't realize we're on different levels of the fandom. So may I please go again?
Yeah.
Can I go again with another announcement?
You may.
Thank you. Camp Rock 3.
Oh!
Officially happening. Jonas Brothers are back. Demi Lovato's back.
Oh my God. Wait, so Demi's also coming back?
She's executive producing. I don't know what her like official role in the movie will be, but she's like involved in it.
I'm so excited. I know you guys touched on it in the spill where we had our producer Mons in, where
the biggest Jonas Brothers fan in the entire world.
Guys, I'm not even joking. I think Manisha pitches a Jonas Brothers story every week.
Yeah.
And like not much is happening with them. So she's really digging for these stories.
They're just in the world.
What I like about the Jonas Brothers right now is that they're really leaning into their trio dynamic.
Yes.
If you're a big Jonas Brothers girl, like Manisha and I are, Manisha more than me, there was a period of time that was really stressful for us Jonas Brothers fans because they all wanted to do their solo things. Nick went solo, Joe went solo with another band, Kevin had his reality TV show, Living with Jonas, that the brothers didn't want to be part of at all. So they were kind of like separated, and now they come back and they're really leaning into their brotherhood. And I think that came as really good press for Joe Jonas, especially after everything that happened with Sophie Turner. It's like everyone just forgot about that completely, and all of those like court documents, like since he's been on this big tour, this Jonas Brothers tour. Anyway, Camp Rock 3, it's massive. If you haven't watched Camp Rock 1 or Camp Rock 2, it is really great cinema. So many memes have come out of it. Do you know if Alison Stone's coming back?
I don't know. That'd be interesting because she's just become a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah.
With her book about being a child star. And I think there was something in it about about Camp Rock, so maybe not, that she was meant to be the lead and then they put Demi in instead of her.
Oh my God, drama.
So maybe not.
Maybe she'll come back as the lead.
That'd be so great. Redemption.
And the Jonas Brothers just pretty much play themselves. Look, they're not the greatest actors, so they can only play themselves. Even the Nickelodeon show they had was them playing themselves.
That's fine. Am I going to have to watch Camp Rock now? I've never watched it.
Yes. Okay. We have to do a brutally honest review.
Don't say that.
Of Spice Girls, and then a brutally honest review of Camp Rock.
Oh, Jesus.
We have to.
Okay.
We have to.
If the people want it, let us know. Anyway, we're actually not here today to talk about Camp Rock.
What?
I was just throwing that in so you felt included.
What are we talking about?
It's because Demi Lovato has been doing quite a bit of press in this last week, and she went on
what a loose segue.
No, I don't know if she's obviously building up to announcing the official Camp Rock movie, and she's got her own music and things coming out, but she went on Watch What Happens Live, and she was asked about Selena Gomez's new album.
Oh my God.
Now, this is interesting.
Andy Cohen just wants to see the world burn.
Yeah. Because Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato were friends from the very, very early days of their careers, right?
Yeah, they started as best friends on Barney when they were like literal children, and then they both grew up on Disney Channel. Selena on Wizards of Waverly Place, Demi on Sunny with a Chance, and then they had a movie together called The Princess Protection Program.
Oh, look at your face lighting up.
Which
Is that a huge movie
one
for you?
of the best movies ever. Because this came after Disney really lent into their friendship as a product, and everyone was obsessed with them, and they had their little YouTube channel and everything. And yeah, one of the best movies ever. And the outfits are crazy good.
Yeah, they had one of those friendships that people were so invested in that it became monetized in a huge way. So the pressure was always on them to really perform.
And it was always them two versus Miley and her best friend Mandy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They would like each duo would make. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent on your segment.
No, I love it. I love this.
Each duo would make YouTube videos when YouTube was just kicking off.
Yeah.
And like Selena and Demi would post a YouTube video, and then Mandy and Miley would post a YouTube video mocking their YouTube video.
Really?
And it would just go back and forth.
Oh my God, I didn't know this.
It was insane. It was an insane time. It was like the most insane time to be on YouTube. I hate that we're on YouTube now. We should have been on YouTube in 2009.
Yeah.
But
that sounds so important.
God.
That sounds better than just watching a podcast.
It was insane. And they always just had like the sepia filter on. It was peak. I would get home from school, and the first thing I would do was like let my laptop load while it like would take off. It was it would like heat my thighs because it was like loading these YouTube videos.
So we had a lot of ongoing medical issues.
Oh my God, and
that.
I had my Camp Rock posters on the back.
Oh,
take
what a
me
time.
back.
What a time to be alive.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Well, it's so interesting that you bring that up, because that very public feuding was such a thing from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Not just with the female stars of the time. Like, a lot of men do it too, but women just did it better. They had better insults, they had better storylines and backstories. Yeah. So we didn't care about the men feuding.
Men would just slap each other and then you're done.
Yeah, exactly. Women, it's like an art. So everyone was very invested in Demi and Selena, and then they had like quite a big friendship falling out, sort of like mid 2000s, I want to say. And there was a lot of back and forth around, like, they had, I think, like, reading between the lines, like, having your friendship monetized. I think it became more of a job for them and less about friendship. But there was also the Taylor Swift factor. Remember that?
The Taylor Swift factor was a big one, because Taylor and Selena got very, very close. And it's been rumored that the reason they got really close was because at the time Taylor was dating Joe Jonas and Selena was dating Nick Jonas. So they were just hanging out with each other. Whereas like Miley was also dating Nick Jonas, and he was kind of going in between the two of them. So it was God, that's like, if I had to go back in a time and I could be a fly on any wall, it would be Nick Jonas's relationship.
It's like they ask. It's like those movies where you get asked, like, what moment in time do you want to go look back on, or what moment from your life do you want to relive? Yeah. And you like, I want to go back to the YouTube days of Nick Jonas and Demi Lovato.
Yes, Nick Jonas was like the it guy. Like, obviously, like everyone either loved Joe Jonas or no one really liked Kevin. But
I know.
He's so hot now, so it's fine. He's fine.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh my God. He did like a solo show the other day. Like, he sang for the first time by himself.
Oh, I saw people going crazy over that.
Amazing. Oh my God. Anyway, Nick Jonas, and then he was diagnosed with
No, please.
He was diagnosed with diabetes.
I'm glad you laughed at the tangent. I'm like, I'm sorry, are we laughing at him?
I'm not laughing about this. It's because the Jonas Brothers now laugh about it, because when Nick was diagnosed with diabetes on Disney Channel really made it sound like he was dying. Like, they really went in, and like there was like these girls who were like, Nick girls were like crying. They were like candles out for Nick.
Oh no.
And like now the Jonas Brothers take the piss because Disney Channel really let in.
They made it seem like he was dying. To a group of vulnerable young women.
It was so bad.
I was watching the clicks. They're like, oh my God, we can sell like Pray for Nick t-shirts and make a bundle of money.
That's literally what happened. I was so scared of this, like this man was going to die on me. And look, he's like fine. He's fine.
He's fine. Well, he's notoriously fine. He's got a hot wife and a cute kid and a music career.
Yeah, but that's like kind of what started, I guess, the feud, because also Demi and Joe had a brief moment together, and then
from Camp Rock,
from Camp Rock, and then Demi and Nick ended up being really, really good friends, and they also did a few like music gigs together after that. Like they did like a carpool karaoke with James Corden and stuff like that much later, but there was a huge rift between Selena and Demi, and neither of them have like confirmed or denied that that's happened. Like Selena is the type of person that will never ever confirm something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, she's kind of online and messy a little bit, right?
Oh, I mean, she loves deleting her Instagram and saying I'm done, and then coming back 2 days later.
Yeah, and she loves getting in the comments of videos. Like, again, she's really across what's happening. Well, the whole reason is, remember that? I think it was like early 2000s when Demi was at an event. She was signing photos for fans. And everyone was filming her. And one of the fans goes with her on camera, how's Selena? Like, you haven't spoken to Selena. Like, how is she? Like, wanting this bit of their friendship. And Demi kind of looks into the camera and is like, I don't know, ask Taylor.
Yeah,
and that was the first kind of sign, right? That was the first sign that Demi Lovato was kind of blaming her breakup friendship of Selena Gomez with Taylor Swift, and then it became very much like those two against her. And then Demi also made some comments over the years that she didn't kind of love Taylor Swift's squad, and she was kind of inferring that it was excluding people and she didn't like to behave like that.
But also in that same vein, I really do feel for Demi here, because she has been through a really tough time.
Yeah.
Especially being a child actor. Like, she's gone through rehab multiple times. She's had to face so much hardships. And I feel like Selena Gomez was so focused on having like the good girl edit that she couldn't allow anything to taint that. And Taylor Swift for the longest time also had that same edit.
Yes.
So their friendship just not only worked on a personal level because they were both getting so famous, but professionally it just looked good and did so well for their brand.
Exactly.
And Demi Lovato wasn't able to do that for Selena Gomez. So it felt like that on a professional level, Selena Gomez just completely cut her off.
Yeah, absolutely. And then speaking of that whole like edit and everything, in 2020, Selena Gomez, I think Demi Lovato like performed at a big award show, and Selena Gomez put up a thing on Instagram saying that she was so proud of her and she was amazing. And then I got the exact quote up for this because I wanted to make sure that because it's from like 2020, I wanted to make sure that my facts were correct. So in an interview with Harper's Bazaar, Demi Lovato was asked about Selena Gomez making this show of support and what she thought of it. And Demi said, when you grow up with somebody, you're always going to have love for them, but we're not friends anymore. So the Instagram post felt, and then the magazine writer said she stopped mid-sentence and she just paused for a long time, because obviously she said, I'm not friends with her, and she's deciding whether or not she kind of goes fully into the story or not. But then she pulled back, probably knowing the headlines that would come from it, and said, I will always have love for her and I wish her nothing but the best. I wish her nothing but the best is what you say about someone that you have no intention of really speaking with again.
Really?
Yeah, don't you think?
Oh my God. Well, I guess so.
Or like a stranger or someone you're estranged from. I wish them nothing but the best, but I wish to have no contact with them is the vibe.
Okay, yeah, that changes things. But also, I feel like she has to be so careful, right? Like the PR, like Selena Gomez machine is in full strength all the time.
Yes, and that's, again, bringing us back to what happened this week. Because the reason people are talking about this is obviously so many people like yourself, and me too, grew up with these people, with Selena and Demi, and everyone wants to see this big friendship reunion. They have posted little things together over the years. Like, if at an event, they'll be in a photo together. Like,
there was a photo that went viral in 2017 when they were together. But I also think like what's really bad, like shitty about being a celebrity of this level, especially when you're a child celebrity, is that you really can't just have seasonal friends. Yeah. Like people like live off celebrity friendships. And then when they're just like not friends anymore, which happens to everyone, like there's sometimes you'll be like, you'll never like, I don't know many people who are still friends with people they did a job with when they were 9 years old.
Yeah, exactly. I know there's so many people who I've been really close friends with in my adult life, and we just, because we've moved cities and jobs, have just drifted apart.
And that's fine.
And when we're in the public eye, it would look very scandalous.
Because there's so many people who are obsessed with that friendship.
I think that's why when Demi Lovato was asked this week on Watch What Happens Live, or asked recently, she kind of went like really full force, very positive. And she was like, the album's amazing. I've listened to it so many times. She named a song songs. So I think she was like very prepared that she might be asked about this, or she's listening to the album like, oh, don't want to discredit her.
Yeah.
And then she talked about Selena Gomez's upcoming wedding, which is reported to be this month or next month. Like it's really soon, to Benny Blanco, and said she was so excited for her but also very much inferring that she obviously wasn't going to the wedding, which is fair enough. But what I also thought about that is like every time these girls from the early 2000s who had these very public feuds, so like Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, whenever they're asked about them, they always kind of laugh it off and say, oh, but we're married now. Like we're married now. We don't fight. And I always find that really weird that they've all got this thing of like marriage like erases like any bad behavior, it erases any feuding.
Like
it's
the
like
purity.
like once you're married, you're a properly adult and then you don't have time for feuds and like you think differently, like you're a different person. And I just don't think that's true.
But it's kind of, I think it's true in the sense that like that's how the public perceive them now.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, also Demi recently got married.
That's the other thing. Yeah. That's what she was kind of inferring from the comment. I think she's like, I'm married now, so I'm an adult. Selena's getting married, so she's an adult, so we would never fight anymore.
Yeah, it's like she's leaning into that whole notion that now she's married and she's putting out new music. This is like the first bout of positive PR Demi Lovato's gotten in a really, really long time. And she's probably seeing that like, oh, now you guys like me because I'm married.
Yeah, I think
and I feel like she's
thing.
probably so sick of it that she's just leaning in and going like, you know what? I actually don't want to deal with this anymore. So I'm just going to lean in. If you like me, fine. I hate that this is the reason why. But I do not want to like start anything right now.
Exactly. And I think that's also why even when like Britney Spears got married, everyone was celebrating that. Obviously, there was a whole thing about her coming out of the conservatorship, but it was also like, oh, now she's like a proper adult and she won't have any of these issues anymore. And I just find it, I find it really weird that all of these celeb girls who we love think that like the idea of marriage is kind of like the rebranding they needed. It's almost like the public will give them a second chance now, which they kind of do. I do think that like with all these like quote unquote kind of like comebacks of like Demi Lovato and Lindsay Lohan and everyone, that we wouldn't have accepted them if they hadn't been like married with kids and all that sort of stuff.
I agree.
And I just think that I would be more.
I mean, it's like shit, right?
Yeah.
Like you think like Lindsay Lohan, like, and it's so true. Like with the Freakier Friday premiere and like the press junkets that they were doing when they were in Australia and internationally, a lot of the questions Lindsay was being asked was about being a mother.
Yeah.
And I'm like, would you guys even like consider her as this like a successful movie or successful piece of content if she wasn't a mother, if she wasn't married? Like, I think it sucks, but I think it's also just a safe place for celebrity women to be in.
Yeah, and exactly, it's the same thing with Paris Hilton. Like when she got married, all of a sudden every time anyone asked her about any of her, because she's had so many public feuds, and I guess a lot of the people she feuded with are coming back into the spotlight. She was like, "Oh no, we would never. Like we're married now. Like it's." And I understand saying like we were young then, because like you obviously change from when you're young to being an adult, but I think that's kind of a strange thing. And I also have a lot of hope for Hilary Duff doing a press tour with her new music and her documentary, because Hilary Duff notoriously over the years will talk smack about anyone.
Yeah, I love Hilary, including you.
Yeah.
But I also think even the same thing with Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like when she announced her engagement, it's like this worldwide sense of relief. Like she's finally found the person. She's finally settled down. And I'm like, if she just stayed single her whole life and was happy with being that, we would never be happy with that.
No, the world would not have accepted that. Absolutely not.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I don't subscribe to that.
Bring back women fighting publicly. No, I don't mean that.
Bring back single women fighting.
Yeah, let single women fight and tear each other down. Let the world heal.